Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owners here with another episode of Let's Learn Bobs and Angels together. And look, Factorio is one of those games where you get going and suddenly a few hours have passed. And that happened last night. After I finished recording, there was a few things I needed to fix up, just to do with what we had done yesterday, which was the Gibbelite crystal. So a little bit carried away. We had these that's producing hydrofluoric acid, I think it is, had sodium carbonate. I was going into a warehouse and didn't like that much, and I didn't have this train, so I was going to put this train in, and I put this train in. I'm like, well, this setup's actually pretty sweet because the sodium carbonate actually turns into this gas, sodium dioxide, sulfur dioxide gas, there we go, with purified water, which we're making purified water, and that sulfur dioxide gas turns into sulfuric acid, which we're using to turn this in. So I actually set up a little system here whereby we would use up all the sodium carbonate and turn it into sulfuric acid with a closed loop, but the out product of that was lime, and not a whole lot of lime, as you can see. It's worked up 400 lime at the moment, but anyway, I put a train in, and I then set that train to go over here to our concrete setup, and now the lime drops off here, and as you can see, I've got it coming into in here to a what should I call it, a silo, and I've set up a little bit of a circuit here so that when there's, I think I've set it to, as long as there's more than 100 lime in here, these stop, so then it's all coming from in here. So I'm using up that lime to create concrete. That concrete is currently, we've got 59,000 concrete bricks and 12k actual concrete. At some point I'm going to grab a bunch of that, and we are going to concrete just this beautiful area here to get that speed boost as compared to the stone tiles. Now, one of the side effects of that is I was looking at the depot, and I'm like, man, we were out of space in the depot. And so I've rearranged this. If you recall, this was previously just going down, and there was this vertical limit. So now I've got these going across. And as you can see, there's a stack more. So we've got a bunch more spots now where we can wait in there. That was a fairly annoying thing to set up, I've got to say. So I had to get rid of all the trains that were already waiting there, which was basically all these trains, and tell them to get lost somewhere else. Anyway, that's what I did. I think that covers off on the main bits. So what are we doing today? Well, let's have a look at our to-do list. Better fuel, that's right. So the better fuel, oh man, every time. Hit the minimize button, there we have it. Alright, the better fuel was, let's see if we can find it. We had the research for this one, here we go, okay. This is what we want to be making. We want to be making enriched fuel blocks. So that is made from fuel oil. Hang on, let's just do something. Let's jump out there, send the train back to our base, because this is where we want to be. This is where we want to be. Alright, so we have very little fuel oil, very little naphtha, and just a whole stack of base mineral oil, but we also have got this setup that is completely done. We're maxed out on that. That's fine. We are in the overall network, aren't we? Let's turn that back on. Yes, we're in the big network. For whatever reason, stretches out all the way to the solar panels. That's right. We're going to be able to build those solar panels. Okay, so what we want to do is, what can we do with base mineral oil? Let's have a look. So, mineral oil can be turned into coolant, which we've got. I'm not using coolant for anything. It can be turned into synthesis gas, which we've got synthesis gas. We're not actually using that for anything. lubricant, which we've got a bunch of lubricant, and polishing compound, which we're not really doing anything in the gems at this point. It's not really using the Cob's Warfare, which I think is where most of the gems get used. So, long story short, not really doing much with it. Now, what's happening here? We're at nickel green. This is pumping. Green is greater than 0, but where's my limit here set? Why is there only 40 base mineral oil here? Okay, base mineral oil is what is chopping this all up. And it's because we don't have any pumps running into this. I don't think so. Alright. Oh, I think I remember now. So we set this up that it's only if okay, so if base mineral oil is greater than 340, set a green, and that's a green. That's 1 green. We need 2 green. So this sets out a 1 if fuel oil is less than 500, or if naphtha is less than 500. In which case, it sets out a 2nd green. I've only got 1 green. All right. So that's not pumping because we still have fuel oil. All right. Well, we'll soon fix that. Now, is there any cracking for this? I wonder. Can I go naphtha to fuel oil? So liquid fuel comes from fuel oil and residual gas. Fuel oil and residual gas. Residual gas comes from, that's up here. We don't want to make it that way. We're already doing that. So naphtha can turn into residual gas as well, with a whole bunch of synthesis gas. So I guess that's slightly better than burning that off. How is our residual gas situation? Steam cracking, that's synthesis gas. And of course we never put any residual gas anywhere. Oh, here we go, hang on. Something here, something here. Okay, there is some residual gas. Well, there is a very tiny amount of residual gas. So, that is a separate entity from over here. But this is the same. So when this is going, I think I'm going to have to readjust all of this, aren't I? Sadly, yes. All right. That in there. Let's get rid of all of these. What is that one? A top-up valve facing which way? Facing that way. So that's coming from there and using that residual gas. Okay. If that runs empty, which is nice, but that's not what we want to do. Alright. So, new plan. Let's get some pipe here. Alright, so this is cracking our oil residuals into residual gas. Nice. Seems alright. Let's see if we can do something over here with... Okay, that's fortunate placement, isn't it? We can do that. Do that and take it out here. Alright. So this is going to be our residual gas. Let's just let's give it some space. Plenty of room. Far across we don't want to go. That's kind of it. that. We'll very slowly get given a whole heap of different things, which is very annoying. Where are my pumps? There they are. Everything's been put in a different spot since we got 018. Alright, so this is going to be our residual gas in from the cracking and in from this. So we definitely don't want that happening. Get rid of that. So this is a residual gas coming in from our tiny little plastic creation here. So it now needs to do something slightly different. We can do that. Yep, we can. And then somewhere along here. There we go. Alright. Somewhere along here we need to bring that into this spot as well. Alright, so that is the inputs. In fact, we probably want to separate that. So all the inputs are going in here. And we do want to prioritize that. So that's where our top-up valve will be used. So put the top-up valve here, that will prioritize the stuff coming in from our steam cracking over here. Yep, okay, so now we need outputs. So somehow we've got to get it over to there, which is now making this very weird, and honestly, like, why do we just have that there? There we go, like that. Alright, so that can do that. And what else can it do? Well, don't really want it to line up with that anymore. Which is a bit of a shame. Looks like we'll have to do that. Alright, very, very roundabout, but we'll produce it, we'll store it in there, and we'll use it out here. We want to prioritize there too, so again, bear with me. Overflow valve. Do we have any overflow valves? Yep. So overflow valve going that way. So only convert this into steam cracking. No, that's not going to work because this is always going to pump 100% in here, isn't it? Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. So we'll still use it if we've got it. Are we using synthetic gas for anything? No, we're just storing synthesis gas for some reason. What does synthesis gas get used for? Let's see if there's a good use for it. Alright, synthesis gas is advanced gas processing, natural gas liquids, gas fracking, 50, 30, 20, 50, 30, 20, and carbon monoxide. Alright, well, we can make carbon monoxide and hydrogen. We can make naphtha with carbon monoxide and a metal catalyst, a red metal catalyst, which is copper and iron. That's pretty easy to make. Make one of these, probably from iron. Just there we go, iron plate. Yep. We could do that. That's an interesting. Let's jump back to where we were. Synthesis gas into naphtha. Synthesis gas into solid fuel. That's probably not a bad one. Bottle it. Purified water and methanol. Oh, isn't that what we're using for? Actually, man, I've been paying attention earlier. That would have been good use for our getting our plastic up and running, and then we can void it. Well, I mean, like I said, like this one's actually not a bad one, but we're going to use a naphtha. I mean, that's the question. We've got heaps of solid fuel. Toluene. Toluene's used for explosives. Ooh. That's it. Butadiene. Propene. That is also for making plastic. And let's say make a lot of plastic out of that. We don't want to reef it into mineral oil, alien stuff. That is coal liquefaction. You don't want to go down that path. Naphtha and polyethylene go straight into plastic. Alright, I'm a little bit. I don't know. I'm not excited by that. I'm not excited at all. Let's just stick with the plan. We'll just turn all this fuel oil into enriched fuel. Alright, enriched fuel, there we go. And that is just done in the chemical plant 3. It's pretty slow, 4 seconds. So, about 4.3 seconds, so it's using about 5 liquid fuel a second. I've no idea how much we are actually producing when these are running normally. So each one of these is producing 5 a second. With a crafting speed of 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can support 10 what's the thing I'm looking for? I'm looking for the word that I'm looking for is these things, chemical plants. We could support 10 chemical plants with a crafting speed of 1.5. But these are almost double that, so I'm going to say probably support 6. Probably support 6. So let's just make 6. And of course we need to wait for them to actually get to us. Am I in the zone? Here I am. Alright, so we should have these on the way. They are. Wonderful. We are a fair way away, and the old cargo bots aren't the quickest. Those ones are gonna... Construction bots are working out. Why have we lost power here? That's a bit sad. There we go. Let's get that little bit of plastic continuing on. So, here we are. I would really like these to be here by now, but we'll just wait for that. Petrochem. So, we want to make enriched fuel, there we go, from liquid fuel. We need to make liquid fuel, not fuel oil. Okay, that is change. So liquid fuel is made from fuel oil and residual gas, and that's where that's right now I'm with it. A liquid fuel canister, of course. This is made in a chemical plant as well. Alright, so I might actually need some more chemical plants. Let's just set that to 20. Actually, well that's, yeah, set it back to 10 now, and I've probably got another 10 on the way. Yep, cool. Alright, well, let's change these to making liquid fuel. There we go, alright. And these use 40 liquid fuel a second, wow. That's a fair bit. And what do we say? Each of those was producing 5. So that was 50 a second, 1.5, 75 a second is all that max we can produce, 75 a second. And this one alone with a crafting speed of 2 is using 80 a second. So that is actually it. That is the limit of what we can use. So let's just do that then, shall we? There we go, right there. now in. So the other thing we need is this guy. And this is where we actually are going to need a little bit of something to actually get the residual gas started. Oh yeah, well there we go. Okay, we're working on that already. So yeah, this isn't working how I would like it. Let's get a pump here, and where is our wire? We're a bit low on wire. Let's see if I can get over there. Nope. Alright, well, let's put a hole there. Beautiful. So you over here. Not to there. Nope. That's the one. I want you to go to there. I want you to say if residual gas is greater than, well, just say 100,000. Alright, so currently there is no residual gas in there. Currently. I guess because it's all getting pumped out. Yeah, that makes sense. But this is going to fill up. And we are making some lubricant. We want to have 350,000 lubricant. Well, I guess that's a good use of fuel oil, isn't it? Anyway, let's focus. So now we should be making this. We are, okay. So this is producing, say 100 liquid fuel a second. It's actually more than that, 2.25. Chemical plant 2, what? Come on. There we go. 2.75. So this is, yeah, at max it will be producing about 200. Remember, we're not actually getting 40 a second. We're not actually getting 80 a second, so we're not maxing out the output. But if we work on a double factor just for ease, say we're putting out 100 liquid fuel a second, we want to then turn that into this 100 liquid fuel a second. These are using, we'll stick with our 2 factor rather than 2.75. This is using 40 in 12 seconds, which is about 3 a second. Is that right? 40 in 12 seconds. Yeah, it's about 3 a second. So we could support 30 of these. That seems like a lot, doesn't it? But then they're only outputting 1 enriched fuel every 1 every 6 seconds. So 30 would just be 1 every 5 seconds. That is still pretty ridiculously slow, isn't it? Alright, pretty okay with that. Should have researched into the advanced power poles at some point as well. Okay. But was just another thing that we'll get going. So these will then do some kind of outputting. Yeah, I'm going to output these onto a belt. Could put these directly into some boxes, but we'll stick with belts for now. So 8, 16, sure, 32. Alright, and what we want to do is, what did I say, 32 of these, producing 1 every 12 seconds, 1 every 6 seconds is, yeah, it's about 5 a second. It's about 5 a second. That's our coverage. Our coverage is good. So we can just pull this into one belt. And then that one belt is going to go into a silo. Yes, that's right. No surprises there. And you know what? I'm going to make that an active provider silo. And I love that new sound. I don't know if that's does the chest have that same sound. Actually, having chest on, we'll have to check that out. All right. Well, obviously this isn't working because it's an idiot. Need to hook that up. We want those guys going. Why are you? Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. What you get when you copy things without checking. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. So I want to make this an active provider. Active. Silo. There we go. Coal silo, no. Logistics. There we go. Requester, buffer, storage, passive, active. There we go. Yep. So that is the one I want. I'm just like confused here. So active will ensure then that our bots come here and take this away to the main base, which is great. So what are we going to do with all this stuff? Well, I guess we now need to convert our train stations over to using this fuel, which is much trickier than it actually sounds. Because I mean, the easiest solution is we just put these in the train, in our fuel train. Problem solved, right? Not exactly. And the issue there is what? The issue there is we're going to have to change every single one of these so that the setting changes from that fuel to enriched fuel. Okay. This actually, it's actually not as difficult, I think, as it sounds. But it's going to take some fun. I really do want to actually just put it here. This little bypass is actually now. Okay, well, what I should be doing is going this way. There we go. That's the furthest I can take it. Can I fit a train here? Oh, that's not straight. And if I go from this one, that's what I had, wasn't it? It's just not enough space. Do I need to do it here? No, I don't. Could bring it lower. There. The other alternative is we build it up here, because this infrastructure kind of disappears. There is never going to be enough space here, is there? If I do it this way? No, never. I mean, space isn't an issue, but I'd like to just use this little area a bit better. I guess. Let's see if we can load into this first. There it is. Alright. Let's just see if we can load into a train here automatically. They do have some issues with the things. So if I try for, say, that one with fast stack inserter, and let's get you to go there. Let's get you and you. Actually, what if I put that one there? And I've got to say, this will set up here. is something that Baglis pointed out in I think the previous video. Over yonder, when I set up this arrangement here, these three, I could have just had one chest, and then instead of just having these going straight across, this one could actually be picking up from there, and this one picking up from there, and likewise for that. Yeah, and saved a few chests down there. Anyway, alright, and yeah, so that one's also good. Yeah, so we've got a fair few that we'll be able to actually pick up from that one. So if we get you to request enriched fuel and say have 1,000 enriched fuel going, will they all load into here when they have power? Because that is also a requirement. Let's have a look. Well, that's not actually at the station. So you to go there. You need some fuel. If only we had some fuel for you. Well, guess what, buddy? You can have all that fuel. Whoa, yeah, how much quicker is that? Yeah, nah, that's not going to work at all, is it? Alright, let's cancel that. Nice amount of solid fuel there. Let's turn our bots off for that. Thank you, swarm of construction bots. Sorry I made you do that. Well, that was a waste of time. Waste of time. Oh, stuck. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think that. Well, let's, instead of being silly now, let's actually go and this train track somewhere else. The new train, I'd like to get it, I'd still like to have it down here, just because we've got our supply right there. So maybe I can peel it off this way, huh? Oh yeah, look at that. Alright. This might work. So there's not much using this track actually. So if I just do something like this, and then bring it down there. I should really turn my bots on for this. My bots, the fast bots. Also, I could just do it manually. Yes. So now we need that to be a chain signal, and then we need rail signals there, and then over here we need what have I got coming out of here? Just rails, yeah. So if there's anyone in this section here, then don't go out. I think that one needs to be a chain signal, just so that we don't get trains stuck in there. So the train will wait there until it can get out, and then the next train will wait wherever it is. Alright, so that's good. Signaling is done. Let's get our station, yep, as close as we can. So you now, gosh, this is just annoying, isn't it? Let's get rid of some trees here, please. Oh, we got a little puffer. That puffer's going to be gotten rid of in a very second. Alright. Let us put in a passive provider? No. We need to request a silo, don't we? Request a silo, there we go. So, this one is now going to be called enriched fuel loading. And we need a train there. With a lot of carriages. Alright. We need a train, we need request a silo. And you need to request enriched fuel. Say 2,000 enriched fuel. And you're going to go there. Alright. So there's, what is this? 20 in each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so there's 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1200, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1280. Alright. That's actually not much. Not much, so that's pretty good. Now let's get some fast stack inserters. Can this one reach all the way across? Can't. What if it was? No, well, that's just a little bit sad, isn't it? We'll do that. We'll pop in a box, just a regular old box. Oh, steel box, steel chest there, and yeah, goodo. So you'll drop off someone's in there, and we'll just have well, 3 because this is the most we'll be able to fit in there. All right. So you, my friend, you need to be requesting that, but you also need both power and the ability to actually reach here with things. Yeah, there, and there. A roboport, that's the word I was looking for. Alright. There's a roboport. So now that should get the guys to come there from the... We'll have the enriched fuel, wherever they are. Oh, you can also see I put in a bunch of loading warehouses, just some of these things. I mean, they're not getting full, but with more stuff coming out, I threw it in just to make sure there was enough space. So that guy is already full. This guy's fuel is full. Okay. So if we just copy the fuel train, where's the fuel train gone? Is that it? That is not it. We can click here. Nope, that's not the fuel train. That's my... Aha! There we go. Let's copy the fuel train and paste it here. We'll change that to be enriched fuel loading and full cargo, and now go. Oh man, that is quick. Okay. So now that is actually set up that everywhere now will have be set up for enriched fuel. So all we need to do now is set up the receiving end depots, and this is going to take a bit of jiggery-pokery, but we only need to do it once because luckily from map view we can then copy it across to every other station. I'm going to start in this top corner for no other reason than systematically being able to go sort of there, work our way across here, and then up through there. We choose to do that. But starting in the top corner makes sense to me, and hopefully we won't miss any. Alrighty, what was that? Tree? Oh, swamp tree. Let's mark that on the map, shall we? Oh, that actually appears now. Swamp tree. Swamp tree. Swamp tree. Cool. In case we ever want to fiddle with that again, we're probably honestly never touch it again in our lives. So, what we want to do is have... okay, so if we have 200... If these are in stacks of 20, our train can only use 3 stacks. If we had, say, 30 stacks, that would be enough for 10 trains. So 30 stacks is ample. Maybe 20 stacks, which would be 400. So what we need to do is change these numbers to be, we want to have, alright, we want to have enriched fuel, petrochem, enriched fuel greater than, let's just make it 500. And if enriched fuel drops below 60, then come and fill it up. And that now should see us getting enriched fuel coming in. Yep. Is that it coming in there? Super, super fast. Yeah, nice. Alright. So now we have 600 enriched fuel. And what do I say? If enriched fuel is greater than 500, it's fine. If it drops below 60, we're off. So, and now we've turned off. Okay, that's good. I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger. Because this is where it gets a bit tricky. Gets a bit tricky, or does it? What if... okay, new plan. What do we say? 600. Let's set this to also send to train. Send to train. Where is our train? Here. Let's change its thing to say, go to fuel unloading until 5 seconds of inactivity or circuit condition that is greater than 600. Yep. Okay, that's good. So now I should be able to just leave that fully disappeared, fully unlocked, and once this gets to 600, the train will just run away. Yep. Okay, the last step here is to include a request here for 20 of these. So okay, so copy that. We need to specifically need to copy it for be able to use it in map mode. And now that request is gone. Alright, so let's see this in action. First things first, I need to put some enriched fuel in here. There we go, alright. Next thing we want to do is, I mean, ideally we'd want to get rid of all of that, but I can't do that from the map. I can't do that from the map. That is an interesting thing. What if... No, that's fine. We'll get around to that at some point. So now we have 400. If this were to disappear, and let's just pop a smelting wagon there and fill it with that for now, so that I can grab that. So this stop is now open. We should have a train on its way. Now let's see how many it drops off. It'll be more than 600 because there'll be a few swings while it gets its gear together and gets moving, but is that going to get through? Yeah, it is. Oh man, that must have just been in front of the signal. Alright, so this gets up to 600. Alright, let's see. Why didn't it... okay. That I can see the problem here. We didn't send this signal. I've got to make sure I don't cross any wires here, because... Yeah, alright. So now, if I put on automatic, that circuit condition will be enabled. Alright, so let's return some of this enriched fuel back to the base. Like so. Alright, let's pop another carriage down. Let's get you just to move forward a bit, thanks. Alright. So now we have none left. Alright. Let's see what happens this time. Testing out the system. So, this time we should be able to send the 1.2k or the 600 of these into here. Alright. Output is 1s. There it is, it's here. Let's see, this gets up to 600 and away it goes. Beautiful. Success. Okay. And then these now, again, this is going to be the manual part of things. We'll get rid of all of those. And we'll have one train that's actually going really fast. The other trains are not going to be like this. Alright. Okay, well. Do I want to do this to everything else? Maybe not. But what I do want to do is I want to copy that. Now, if I copy that and I paste it somewhere else, it is going to be set up. It is going to be set up requesting the new fuel. So let's get you down there, and I'll just walk. See who gets there quicker. Probably the train, actually. Yep, there it is. It's already there. Here is our fuel train waiting for our train who didn't actually go forward far enough. There you go. And let's have a look. Once it gets to 600, away it goes. Cool. Alright, so that's going to deliver all the enriched fuel we need. What I'm not going to do at this one, obviously, is I'm not going to take all this solid fuel away, and we also need to get this in map view and go bang, like that, that, and that. So now we'll at least have solid fuel in there, and it will use up, enriched fuel, it will use up the solid fuel. You know what, we'll waste a lot of solid fuel, but we just copy that one now, which has no request for solid fuel. We'll just do that. So now all these will only request solid fuel. Filters is, 20 solid, enriched fuel, sorry. So they're only requesting enriched fuel now. And once they use that remaining solid fuel, the train will go to enriched fuel. Whoa, where are you guys going? The what? There's a small section there not built. How interesting. Alright, well, that is the start of our base being converted over to enriched fuel. It's going to take a long time for all those trains to actually get there. How is our supply of enriched fuel going? I guess it's probably something we should check. We have a fairly constant stream coming in. I think it's now self-sustaining with the residual gas. Yeah. So that is using up the residual gas. We are burning off some base mineral oils, and we're probably going to start burning off naphtha very shortly. Let's see if we can find a use for these. See if we can find a use for these before we just waste it all. Anyway, how are we looking for time? We are, holy moly, we are so over time. Again, just get so caught up. So caught up. Go to map mode. Alright, let's get another one of those active provider chests. Silos, and I'm just going to pop it here, and we'll take all of that, drop it off in there, all of that, drop in there. There we go, and yeah, easy. Not those, thank you. Let's pick these up. Actually don't want those, to be honest. Don't want those. Alright, well, definitely call it there. 50 minutes. Man, sorry about that. Time just got away from me. But I am going to now move that, copy and paste that across the whole map into all our stations so that we have enriched fuel going absolutely everywhere, which will be fun. And next episode, next episode we are back on the trail to utility science, and we'll figure out what that's going to entail later. I think it's titanium. Anyway, stay tuned. Yes, and that's right. Tomorrow will be Factorio. Not our usual RimWorld. I am canning the RimWorld series for now. Just not getting the views. So yes, jolly good. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.